Good day and welcome to Let's Talk the Talk, the show where conversations empower, inspire, and connect stories that matter. I'm your host, I'm Aisha M, Sirleaf, and today our conversation is focusing on youth leadership, community innovation, and the power of taking baby steps to a better Liberia. Our guest today is a multi-award winning scholar. He is a public speaker and a life coach who is providing or proving that you don't have to graduate to become a change maker. Kindly join me in welcoming Mr. Andrew Nuch Kenyor.
Thank you so much, and Ashai, for such an invitation. And I'm truly appreciative for this invitation. And I must applaud you people for the great work you're doing here at Let's Talk the Talk. Indeed, these are conversations that inspire, that educate, and one that also entertains people, spark out that energy in young people out there. And I want to applaud you people for this good work and for extending your invitation to me to sharing your platform with me as well. I'm truly grateful. And my name is Andrew Nuch Kenyor, um, the baby steps man. So I'm a youth development practitioner, a freelancer, and one that is so much so interested in innovation and developing the minds of the young people with the guiding tagline that tells that young people should start small and go big if truly we want to live the Liberian's dream. So it was from those backdrops, the baby steps that is gradually gaining momentum was birthed and was inspired by me until a lot of many young people today are following the riddle saying baby steps. So that is me right there. I preferably love to be called the baby steps man.
Okay. The baby steps, man. For our viewers who are just meeting you for the first time, how would you describe your journey and what is the core mission behind your organization, the Baby Steps?
So baby steps, before I even talk about the baby steps, I like to also highlight few of the things we've been doing in our beyond closed door, and we have been doing not on screen, not following the crowd, not running through trend and passionately following it. But Baby Steps is an initiative that was bred to inspire a lot of young people, teaching them the philosophy of how to start in small, whatever career they are joining, their pathway, whether it's an educational journey, whether it's a entrepreneurship, whether it's whatever social venture you are to endeavor or you are looking through to, just giving your time for the overall goal to make impact and to just help contribute to the society we all want to see or we have envisioned. And it was from that backdrop I introduced the baby steps. And moving forward, it was just a tagline with innovation, as my bio read. I'm one of the people who love innovation as well. I always love to stand out, I always love to do something new that's going to contribute immensely to society, not just contributing, but we have envisioned. And it was from that backdrop I introduced because if we want the fiber of this country to keep growing and remain as steadfast as we want it to be, that is on the overall the average, not just the average, for the majority of the young people to take on and be entrusted to roles in the coming days and coming years, we are to have them educated. We are to have them getting to know what they are in the nearest time they're going to be taking on. So it was through those backdrops I developed something called the Baby Steps Talk. And Baby Steps Talk and Baby Steps is a flagship program under my non-for-profit. I run a non-for-profit NGO called the Chaos Foundation, wherein we are squarely focusing on building young people confidence, building young Liberians, enthusiasm in leadership, in public speaking. Okay. Mind you, I believe that communication is the gatekeeper for every great thing you want to do in life.
Sure.
If you want to become the doctor, you want to become a pediatrician, you want to become a lawyer, if you want to become a teacher, you want to become a journalist, You want to become clinicians, whosoever, whether therapist or whosoever you want to become in life. If you don't know what is communication, arch, that's a red flag. You're not going to easily achieve all of what you want to do in life. And it's literally like the police. Before you have a face-to-face interaction with the Liberia criminal justice system, you must have first passed through the police. And that's how communication sits in that position. Whatever you think you want to do, whatever venture you want to do, you must pass through communication. Communication should be like the gatekeeper. It sits there and tells you what to do, what not to do, where to pass, where not to pass. So basically, what we were doing at Chaos Foundation, we've been doing, we have a traditional program called the Leadership and Public Speaking Academy program, wherein we reach out to schools and we have them selecting some of their most ambitious and most brightest and promising students with 85 average and above to joining our academy. We'll rigorously train them in leadership, friendship, relationship, fellowship, all of the shapes you can name in the world. We train them and also have them combined and inculcated with our mother pillow, that is the public speaking as well.
Wow.
And we have successfully launched 3 cohorts, graduating over 275 young people, approximately 275 young people, because I can't give you a fixed data right now. We have somebody who's in control of that. But it is around that end. It is not below 275. It should be more, but it's around 275 young people who are successfully graduated from our Leadership and Public Speaking Academy event. And more to that, we have our appointed birthing of baby steps. We were solely involved into humanitarian service. We reach out to orphanage homes. We reach out to young people who are dearly in need of getting quality education, feeding program as well. We've not been much more active in that because we have our niche, that is youth development. So we've been giving that side much more attention. But we've also done a lot of donations to orphanage homes and a lot of other places as well. Before we birthed, the most talk about baby steps that is going to, actually, baby steps is going to shake this entire world. At some point, I was sharing this with one of my big brothers. I said, if you hear baby steps, what comes to your mind? It was quite funny because it sounds little, but it has deeper and way deeper inspiration and understanding that can keep your path guarded, that can keep your path directed, that keeps your path inspired to keep going, not to quit, and where you want to see yourself. Because in this life, not just in life, but in Liberia, a lot of our young people feel that people who are out there, people who have reached the highest peak of their career or of their life, they have that mindset. I don't know whether it is perceived or they just ought to believe that way, but they have such mindset that says, these people just reached there without the story, without the challenges, without following all of the philosophy of the baby steps. So we want to change the narrative. We want to change the narrative where people can build their story, where people can develop themselves and walk through all of the challenges of life. Mind you, if you look at the formality of the young baby, there are gradual process. The first thing you see the child learning how to sit. Once the child is born, he or she learns how to sit. Next, after the child learns how to crawl. And after which you see the child learning how to walk. Stand. The child learns how to stand first and little by little takes baby steps. After which the child finally walks. But in that, the overall goal of the child was to have freedom, have liberty, and just move freely. And if you have it applicable to ourselves, if we want to live the best version of ourselves and the best version of our career, we must follow the baby steps.
Being a student of the African Methodist Episcopal University and also being recognized as a multi-award winning scholar, right?
Yeah.
So How has your academic journey at the African Methodist Episcopal University shaped your perspective on leadership and community service?
So, well, it will behoove you to know that when I graduated from high school, not to eat the time to go to the question, but when I graduated from high school, I was like, why are we going to school? I asked myself a lot of questions many times. I remember myself hallucinating through my mind, thinking through, why are we going to school? The school is teaching us how to make money, and we are being educated to make money. We are being programmed to make money. Everything surrounding the education, the dividend is to make money. I guess you know that. So I was like, why not? And you use all of these time that are about to be exhausted, like the 4 years, the 5 years. Our society has placed us in a cycle, like a category where if you are not educated, you may not have some of the saves around the table, wherein all hands have to be on decks and you are not educated. They feel that your degree should be the stepping stone to earning your seat around the table. So I said to myself, I may have all of the best ideas in the world, but if I don't have this degree or if I don't have such qualification, my ideas may not be properly put on the table if I don't go to school. So I entered the African Methodist Episcopal University. We say the Harvard University in Africa in Liberia as well. But it has been a great experience. It has taught me how, even though I've learned how to work in a complex environment and with different people who are reading, who are from different disciplines as well. But it has also, can I say leverage? No, I don't want to use that word, but for the lack of better word, I could say leverage my networking skill as well. It has boosted up my network. It has gotten me to know people like Asha as well. And we are on a bit on Let's Talk the Talk. I mean, it has been a whole great vibe for me. I want to say it's a vibe for me. It's a whole great vibe for me. Getting to know new people, learning the things that I want to do. I actually want to become a lawyer. Wow. So, and I'm currently reading criminal justice with emphasis in law enforcement at the university as well.
That's
But
nice.
with service, leadership, networking, it has been my cup of tea.
Wow, I really like the fact that your categories of focus is important because our generation nowadays they really need some of these things that you have listed, not just some but all of them.
Huh.
Exactly, because one of our guests that we had on the show, she said that a closed mouth is a closed destiny.
Of course.
And imagine if an individual who cannot communicate properly what they want, whether it is through writing or verbal conversations, the essence of living is to make your way, whether you want to speak out or whether you want to like learn another path through skills. One of the basic things is centered around communication and career development. A lot of our high school students they lack such path. Everybody's just follow the crowd. Oh, my best friend say I want to take this path. Okay, let's take the path because we are probably the same and we have been friends for over time. But knowing what you want to do, how you want to impact yourself, what path you think like it suits you and what path you think is necessary. These are all of the things that really matters. Looking ahead, Andrew, you are currently a BSc student or candidate, right? So what is your vision for your career and that of baby steps after graduation?
I, what I'm currently doing, I am at a point to have my activities blended with my degree program as well. Like I actually want to do law, but in Liberia, the prerequisite requirement is to have your first degree as well. And one of the advantages that I have to myself is I do have passion for social justice. And since I am teaching young people how to speak their pathway, I should also be in a part helping these young people if they are at a point wherein they have been stagnated and they cannot absolutely talk for themselves. My background in criminal justice as a criminal justice practitioner in some years to come to become a lawyer who stand as one of the lone voices to say, hey, look, what you people are doing is not right. And on the overall view, I want to see a society wherein we have our leaders thinking. Because Liberia has been confronted with a lot of problems. Our problems in this country, we have an age-old problem. And we can't all of the time keep complaining about one thing over and over and over and over and again. That shows that with all of the resilient posture we have had, we are not still using our head to think. And anybody, that's why I always telling people in leadership, in the national governance structure of our country, I always telling them, I most time be like, you people are not thinking. You have a lot of traveling experiences. You have gone to a lot of other places, see a lot of other beautiful things, coming back, but you still not using what your eyes have seen to ensuring that it is being erected, it is being implemented, not in the same style, but in a way more bigger or something that is much more befitting that people could say, yes, this person has had the experience and other things. Because, mind you, if you want to do more, if you want to become more, you want to live better, you want to do better, you must sit with somebody who has done better, who have lived better, and somebody who has become better if you want to be better. So we have seen a lot of our leaders going out there, seeing countries that have become better, they are living better and they are doing better things. And coming back, we are not seeing all of these things. We are to see innovation in space. So what I always telling them, if you are seeing all of these things and you are not implementing them, you are the real problems. If you cannot think out the remedy of the problems, then you are the problem. There is a need that we boot you out of the system. Not in ways that I'm pushing politics, but in ways that we are ensuring we have the right people in the right seat and at the right time. Not having the wrong people at the right place. It doesn't matter. It's a straight mixed match, and we should not keep doing it. Any of our leaders who are not thinking the solution of the problem, they are the real problems. Because if they are actually thinking the solution of the problems, we're going to find a perfect solution. We're going to see this going to help this country grow in ways that young people, the majority of the citizens would say, I love to be in my country. I don't want to travel anywhere. And having my profession blended with my career is a whole big deal for me. Baby steps will not become a lawyer.
As we have come to the end of today's podcast, we will appreciate that you give us one message that is important for youth involvement in national development. So what will be your one message for our youth out there?
So one of the things I'll tell young people, and I've always been telling people, is to stay consistent. Whatever great thing you want to do in life, young people out there, those of you who are watching, let's talk that talk. As we are talking this talk, you have to stay consistent. Consistency is the only tool that beats perfection. Once perfection doesn't show up, stay consistent and keep showing up. Keep showing up. The ultimate goal in life, if you want to achieve, you got to keep showing up. Because if you are not consistent and if you are not showing up, you cannot become who you want to become if you are not consistent. And in order to become who you want to become, you have to show up because opportunity meets readiness. If opportunity comes, opportunity wants to see you ready at all time. Once they meet you and everything combined, it is the result of readiness and opportunity that turns into luck. And that luck is what we call success. So stay consistent, keep showing up, and see how the magic works. The baby steps May is telling you, stay consistent and keep taking the baby steps.
Thank you so much, Andrew, for being here today and sharing your journey. We truly appreciate all of the work that you have done through baby steps and multiple work that you have been doing. So we would like to appreciate you for all of the inspirations that you have set the basic for in Liberia, Monrovia, and beyond. Thank you so much, Mr. Baby Steps.
Thank you.
This is Let's Talk the Talk, the show where conversations empower, inspire, and connect.